have, on the agenda, there's 2 spots for public comment. If we can please keep our comments and conversations to those times, I'd appreciate it. Agenda deletions, additions.
Make a motion to accept the agenda the way it's written.
Steve's made the motion to accept, Hope seconded. Take that for the next time. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, first thing up, public comment on agenda items only.
Is this an agenda item?
No,
Okay, it's not, because I do want to say something afterwards about the link on the bottom.
it didn't work right.
It's missing 3 letters on the actual link.
She sent me a new one, but that ain't it.
Yeah, okay.
There, I printed the packets themselves, the whole
Yeah.
survey is printed back there. So
Yeah,
you
that's,
can-
this isn't the new one though, right? Okay,
This was on the table though.
Yeah.
that we came in
Yeah.
looking at.
okay.
They were still out there and I just got it a little while ago and I hadn't switched them
Yeah,
out.
all right.
That's my, apologize for that. Anything else? Alrighty. Correspondence, y'all have all those. Accounts payable.
The APs, the fire department came to $28,018.40. Township came to $19,616.69. Payroll came for fire department, $26,447.24. And the township came to $34,626.55.
No, that's the month of July.
July.
Is that till August? July? It's just July's.
Mm-mm.
3 payrolls.
There's a big August.
August payroll's there included. No,
I see what you're saying.
Same, yeah.
Gotcha. I missed that.
Make a motion to accept it. Pay them.
Steve made the motion to accept the APs. I will second it. Would like a roll call vote?
Hope,
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yep.
Steve,
Yes.
Joe, yes.
Next up, July 8th meeting minutes. I will make a motion to accept the minutes as presented.
I will second that motion.
Any discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those
Aye.
opposed? Next up is the closed meeting minutes for July 8th.
I'll make a motion to approve.
I will second that. Motion's been made and seconded to accept the closed meeting minutes. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Treasurer's report.
Cash summary by fund for Beaver Creek Township, this report. I will always have them sit back there for you for each month when you come in. You're more than welcome to grab one, so it's all there. Shows all the funds.
I will accept the treasurer's report as written for auditor's review.
I'll second.
Thank you. Mary usually does. The next up is the assessor's, parcel inspection policy. We had to do an adjustment to it. Doug, for the first time since he's worked for us, has, hired a field inspector. So through the summer months, the field inspector is doing house inspections. So the only thing I added in there was assistant in the field doing field inspections.
Make a motion to accept it.
I will second.
I second it.
Mary did, she beat you. Any further discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Next up is, Beaver Creek Grayling Utility Authority. We had, another member had retired, that's two we got. So I would like to make a motion to accept Ron Larson on that Grayling Beaver Creek Utility Authority.
I'll second that.
Any discussion, comment?
How many boards does he currently sit on?
One, this would be two, both utility authorities. He has his sewer and all that certification and stuff.
Kim, what's his position? Manager?
Grayling, just on the board.
Just on like,
With both utility authorities, we had two Beaver Creek and so, and the Higgins Lake one, we have 2 Beaver Creek, 2 Lyons Township, and then you have a liaison that's a 50-50, and it's the same thing for the 4 Mile one. You got 2 Beaver Creek, 2 Grayling Township, and then your liaison. Motion's been made and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Opposed.
Next up is Spence in the Park. I've got nothing. We have looked at, the cement and abutments are $75 a piece and we need 40. We looked at, split rail fencing. I know you said no wood, that's why there's nothing out there, so if y'all want something, I need some suggestions, we need to look into, those are the 2 we've looked at. In the guardrails, we could get through the road commission, I just think look tacky. So, I'm up for suggestions. Catherine, on there?
Just think about it.
Is that, you know what I'm
Cause we
saying?
want something maintenance free, obviously.
Exactly right. And we've been throwing it around, so,
You know, cement ones after one winter, they're gonna be scattered all over.
exactly, because these cement ones are all in bad shape anymore,
Mhm.
we've lost a few in the last couple of years, broken in half and stuff, and it's $75 a piece. So, that's where it was at that. Next up, we have heat for the fire department. Steve, you wanna work on that one? The next 2?
The, heat for the bays in the fire department is, all except the 1 bay that was added on, those are original units that are still in the fire department. So we got a bid from Beardsley Plumbing and Heating to replace those, all 4 of those tube heaters. 40, 30-foot propane tube heaters, 4 chimneys, 4 fresh air piping, new gas lines, $13,578.
Is that really cold, Donna?
Yes, that's all we could find.
It's the only ones that are here.
Most
Well-
of these are the older units too, and they're hard to come by.
Well, there's no sense trying to fix them at this day,
Exactly right.
because I don't think the three don't even work, do they?
We've got 3 that are down currently. Yes.
Right, exactly.
It's just the one in there.
I have heard from a couple of the firefighters, is there some way we can ask for the ceiling fans with those? Like,
I'll have to check with them and see if code will allow.
cause. That's a good point.
Yeah.
Good point.
And there's a height issue in there too.
Right,
Exactly.
well, they're gonna tilt those, obviously.
Down.
Well, because some of our fire trucks are higher now than the originals, so they'll
Exactly.
have, there's a certain distance they have to keep them from.
Down.
Right, exactly. And they're aware of that.
And we still have the COVID money that was earmarked for, the fire department, so I would like to make a motion to hire Birdsley Plumbing and Heating for the $13,570 for the 4 heaters and all of the piping and air ducts for those.
I'll second it.
Further discussion? Do a roll call vote, Jill?
Yes?
Kim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Steve?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Doug, that fire truck, does everybody have this?
Sorry, what is this?
The paperwork on the 2001 one, you were looking at Ash.
No, not everyone has that one. Yeah, the 2008, you mean? No. They do not all have
Am I doing something with it?
that. Last meeting, you guys gave me permission to look at it,
Yep.
so I think it's something we may be interested in. We can get rid of engine 3, replace it with that one, which would be a upgrade, and probably, hopefully, make about 15,000. We can sell the one and get the other. But that's a closed bid, it doesn't mean we're gonna get it.
Exactly. I didn't know y'all didn't have copies of the manual. Pass-through behind the cab is a beautiful thing.
Did you want me to address that, or?
Yes, go ahead.
The current engine that we have is a side mount, so you're standing on the side of the engine, working the panel. So all you can see is this side. This particular unit, it's got what we call a pass-through. So it sits up on top behind the cab. So you're up on a bird's nest kind of sitting up there. You can see all four all the way around. And it gets my engineer off the roadside, gets him up there where it's much safer.
What was the cost?
It's a sealed bid.
Yep.
Minimum of 25,000.
Isn't this what we decided?
Supervisor and I talked about a number. Did you want me to say that number?
Yeah. We can't put a bid in if you don't.
33,000. It's well worth more than that.
Definitely.
Right now, a used truck like that I've been looking at is somewhere between 60 and 90,000.
Why are they bidding it out?
They already got a new truck.
Brand new, it's in one of the pictures. You can see the new one in the background, like $800 and some dollars.
850, don't quote me. Somewhere around there was the one they just picked up.
Yeah.
What year's our current one?
I want to say it's 97, engine 3,
It's pretty close to that, yeah.
99, 99. That's a guess.
And then what do you look at doing with that one?
I'd like to sell it.
And what do you think you can get back out of that one?
Right now with the price of used fire trucks, I'm hoping I can get about 51, 52. Even if I get 45, we're still ahead of the game.
Yeah.
I know, but for years.
Yeah.
I would like to make a motion to allow Doug to put in the sealed bid at $33,000 for the 2001 Hummer.
I'll second.
electronic record for who's ordered. So you all have this piece of paper in there, it was the email we got. We had, just had to put it in for being 4 weeks, or 3 weeks, and it cost us $224.20. And then it cost us an additional $30 for the affidavit to go with that. The affidavit is just as important when you do anything on public hearings and anything to do with that. So we always get an affidavit. So that alone is $254.20. And our ZBA fees is $275. So you're also, we pay the board, I don't know, what are they making now in 70, is it 60, do you remember the ZBA board? So we're paying the three of them, it's $200 a month on, or $200 a meeting on top of the $254 that we're already doing. And then you have any mailings in those areas. So the $275 is not good anymore, and it hasn't been changed since 2003, I believe was the last time it ever got changed. But just the newspaper alone is a $254.20. And again, you have the board member payments on that, you have, because anything with like the ZBA and zoning, it has to be mailings for 300 square foot around it, isn't it? How it is, Steve?
Yeah.
So, in this last one, we had one, but there's several that we've had a lot more that we've mailed out with that. So the $275 is not even close anymore.
And what's the price of a portion, Sam, 73 or something like that cents now?
Yes. Is that what the stamp is, Pat?
79.
What's that?
What's the price of the stamp?
Because they just increased it.
78?
Is it
78?
78, 'cause they just
Yeah.
increased it, and didn't tell anybody, right?
I don't know, they keep raising the things.
Well, I'm thinking that we should raise it to a minimum of 475.
Makes sense to me. I had 500, is that a motion?
I'll make a motion to raise the ZBA price to have a ZBA hearing to $475.
I will second that. I need a roll call.
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Mary, Steve,
Yes.
Yes. Next up is property lease. We rent the room to the Beaver Creek Grayling Township Utility Authority for $350 a month, and that's the internet's included in that. And their lease expired in March 1st of 24. So, we are rewriting the lease, so basically all we did was change the date, so it will go from March 1st of 25 through 27, because they're all 2-year leases. Because when the lease ended and it wasn't renewed in 24, it was just a month by month. So when they brought it to our attention, we rewrote the property lease to change the dates. Everything else in it is exactly the same as it was before, just changed it from 25 to 27.
Make a motion to accept.
I'll second.
Motion to accept, Jill seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. Next up again is this property. So the last month, I went back and talked to Doug because the lady had the property number different than it actually was. So yes, we do own the 327 lot. they put in a bid of $1,000. Doug stated the value, the last chunk of property in there, similar to that one, was 3,000. We've had this listed for sale since 2014.
I would like to see get $1,500.
That's what I was looking for. Is that a motion?
I will make it a motion to get $1,500 for that piece of property.
Counter them with, from the 1,000 to the 1,500,
Correct.
and I will second that. Need a roll call vote?
Yes.
Kim,
Yes.
Mary,
Yes.
Jill? Yes. Thank you. Fire department.
Good afternoon, everyone. There's the report is, we've got our statistical report on the table back there, and I also have our written report. Just a couple little things in the written report I'd like to bring forward is the thank you to Bakelite. They donated approximately $3,000 to us for confined space gear. They gave us 3 rescue helmets, 6 confined space jumpsuits, rescue life safety rope, 8 personal webbings and carabiners, and 6 800 radio mics that we needed. So it was very nice of them to do that, and we appreciated it. Well, speaking about Bakelite, they are hosting for us, along with the other people on 4 Mile Road, an industrial invitation is what they call it. It's a golf outing. It's over there, but the proceeds go to Grayling Fire Department, and they go to Beaver Creek Fire Department, all the proceeds. Okay. Also over there, I have for you our newsletter. This is the August newsletter, and it's got some information about the fire department and that. And just another thing to mention is I'd like to thank the Michigan State Police, the Crawford County Sheriff's Office, and Grayling Fire and MMR. We had a rescue that was way out there. We used our razor, and between all of us, we were able to get that individual out of the woods and onto the helicopter where they went to Traverse City, and they're doing well. Awesome. I'd also like to put in front of the board, though, a request. We have 2 applications for hiring. I'd like you to consider hiring them pending any pending a negative report, which is good. That we'd like to hire them. I'm still waiting on some paperwork back from Crawford County Sheriff's Office. I have Lee Patrick, who is not here today. Lee Patrick Orr, he's a Beaver Creek resident with the Michigan Firefighter 1 and 2. He's an EMTB, and he's also got confined space and hazmat tech level. The other person I have is Adam. He's here today. Okay. He's a Beaver Creek resident. He has no fire or medical background, so we would be training him at both Fire 1 and 2 level, and that also would include hazmat operations, and then also EMTB or MFR level, whichever he would prefer. So I'd like to request that the board consider hiring.
Is that what, you're still waiting on background checks, correct?
I am waiting on them.
Okay. So I would like to, I'm gonna do them separate, I'm not doing them together. I would like to make a motion to hire Lee Patrick Orr as a firefighter, effective immediately upon a good background check.
I'll second.
All those in favor, any discussion before we do that, I guess? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Next up is Adam Stillwell. I would like to make a motion to hire Adam Stillwell, again, effective good background. The background comes back good, effective immediately.
I'll second.
Discussion? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Welcome. Good luck.
Thank you, thank you. The last thing I do is I did receive a letter of resignation from Bill Morrow. He has resigned from the fire department, and that was effective 7/10.
We have to, I will make a motion to accept Bill Morrow's letter of resignation effective July 10th of 2025.
I'll
Yeah.
second.
It was July 10th.
July 10th, wasn't
I'm
it?
almost
And
positive.
he had written two dates on it.
Right, we didn't get it until last week, but.
Yes, and the date he wrote was July 10th.
Have a motion and a second. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Hearing none. DPW.
We've been having a lot of extra garbage with our cleanup containers. They've been getting a little over full, so we've had problems getting them dumped because they're over the limit for being on the road, so we're getting that straightened out and still waiting to hear back if they're gonna dump them this week or not. Otherwise, everything else is going good.
That's it?
That's
Hey,
it.
Do you make a comment to those people to tell them not to put it above the top?
Yes,
Can they still throw it above?
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was actually witnessed it when I went with there Sunday.
Yes, you tell them that too, in the minute they drive around the corner,
And
they
you're
just
busy.
up and over. It's the same way with dropping tires off. You tell them they gotta come here, CPAT, they drive around the corner, act like they're going to the metal bin. Meanwhile, they're throwing the tires underneath the carport.
Do we have two people on duty there?
Nope.
No,
Not lately.
Just one, okay.
I got one out on medical.
What's a busy day over there, Tim?
Wednesdays and Sundays. Sunday's the worst,
Sunday's the worst?
yeah.
It's
'Cause-
been just the opposite the last 2 weeks. We've gotten more on Wednesday than we did on Sunday.
Yes,
Okay.
Wednesday seems to be it. Everybody comes in on
yeah, for
Wednesday.
3 hours, we're doing 1,200 bags,
Exactly,
so.
exactly. Thank you. Cemetery committee, we haven't met again. We just got through the park picnic. Next up is your Hula, Higgins Lake Utility Authority. Brian Cook has your report, and I don't have a zoning report, I forgot. Chris has been working on the cell tower stuff, so I did not get that from him this week. In the Higgins Lake Utility Authority. Public comment. Yes, ma'am.
Dorothy Frederick, Beaver Creek Township. I just had a question on the fencing for the, park. So is that, I'm picturing it by your discussion that it's between the parking lot and the park? Is that what that is?
Yeah, right, because they used to have those wooden stump things that were all rotted, and we took them out this spring.
Okay,
That's what was there.
okay. Great.
I'd like to make a comment about the Fox Run Road project.
Yep, I got that up, next up on my report, but go ahead.
Okay, and we've talked a little bit, I understand there's a delay because of the audit. My concern goes back, we've been, the association approved the project 2 years ago. And for whatever reason, it didn't progress as it probably should have. And my question is how, and it appears to me that the only qualification to, for Kim's position as a supervisor is to get elected. That there's no credentials that have to be presented before that you can go on the ballot. So it's quite possible that someone could hold that position that has absolutely no knowledge of what the position is about. And I think possibly some of that has creeped in the past. So the question is, how does the supervisor get supervised? What are the checks and balances that are in place to ensure that the person that has gotten elected has the ability to carry out the responsibilities? Is that the job of the electorate? Am I responsible because I'm a citizen and vote and so forth? And if I am, then how do I carry out that responsibility? What needs to be done to make sure that the office is running the way it should be done?
Exactly. There is nobody over top of us. I mean, the Attorney General, yes, and our attorney is over top of us, but there is nothing, and you guys can come in and check out my office or do anything at any time to any office because you're our bosses. You put us in here, it's all you guys that take care of us.
Okay, I'm with the road here too.
I know.
So, my issue is, we okayed this 2 years ago at a price, and I'm sure that price has gone up over the 2 years. So, this wasn't our fault, it was more your fault. So how does that, are we still just paying the amount that we okayed when the road was okayed, and you guys will get the money from different, like we talked about, I don't know how you get from different organizations, but different jobs or whatever, and you will be responsible for the difference? So how is that gonna affect us?
It's going to affect you.
And then how come no one has come back and told us that it's affecting us? I mean, we haven't gotten any communication at all from you guys. I mean, we really don't, we just signed our paperwork 2 years ago.
Right.
Knew how much our taxes were gonna increase, but from then, it's just been,
Nothing had yet
Nothing.
put in, nothing had been right. So, when I took office, I got a call from the bond council that he wanted me to send every piece of paper in my office that retained to the Fox Run Special Assessment. And when I did, wasn't enough public, there was still missing public hearings, and it hadn't went through the township attorney. Things hadn't been checked off that were supposed to be checked off, so there was nothing legal about it.
right,
So-
which it comes back to nobody watching over you.
Exactly
Got
right,
it.
exactly right, and that's what happened in that 2 years. When I took over, I got the first call from Joe Pergandy, it was just at the end of the year in December, and him and I had been, or not Pergandy, that's the other utility authority, Joe Urban, and had been working with him, and now we have a gentleman that's in their office, it's a bond office. His name is John Axe, and he's the one that has expedited everything. We were hoping it was going to be today that we made the motion to,
That's what we were hoping to.
yes, and I was bringing up in the supervisor's comments, but I will do it now. So on Monday, actually late Friday, after I had already left, I got a message from a man named Stephen Burke. He is part of the MFCI that is doing the bond, so they will be in charge of the money end of it. So, him and I spoke on the phone quite lengthy on Monday. The problem is our audit is not current. So we cannot go to Huntington Bank and ask them to write the bonds for that special assessment until our audit is in current. We just had wrapped 24 audit out last Thursday, and it was supposed to come to us in hard copy this week and go to the state this week. Again, that's gonna be another delay, cause it's a couple weeks before it gets to the state, so they can approve to unleash us, so we can get the bonds. That's where we're at. I apologize. I've tried to speed it up as fast as I could. I have done everything. I have stayed right with it. And that's where I'm stuck now.
Okay,
We're
so,
right at the end.
Do you foresee any additional
Delays.
surprises?
This one actually, I had no clue was coming. We thought, we thought we were wrapping it up today.
Yeah.
Cause we
Yeah.
did the road commission last month with their projected amounts again, because that did go up a little bit, but it also, our half went up as well. So the township half comes out of our road assessment that we have at the road commission. So that also went up.
okay, and we were told when we first started this process that anybody who didn't use their road money from other could filter it back into us. Is that still happening from different years, since it's been 2 years?
That is not anything that's been in my conversations. All I know is it's ours that's been sitting there, and that we have ours is in there for our 100, it's 103, I
So
think, our
the-
portion.
So the minutes from 2 years ago when they told us this, it's not in their minutes, or?
I haven't looked, it's the first I've heard of it. All I knew it was Beaver Creeks, cause that's what was in the paperwork when I started, that our attorney took from day one.
So we need to go back and look at our paperwork that we
Yes,
have,
'cause-
because we were given money from other townships
Cause that's
that
what,
helped lower our costs.
exactly
personal
right, cause
costs.
actually Beaver Creek, we give money to, Grayling Township 1 year to help with the Jones Lake military mess out there.
Right,
So it is possible, I don't know, I have not been in any conversations on that.
okay, so,
This is actually the first I've even heard about it, but it does happen.
okay, so, but do they get that money and put that aside for us, or does they get that money and it just goes to whoever needs it whenever they need it, and we lose that money?
No, it's actually the township, whoever has that money, it's their option what to do with it. They can either hold it or they can give it to us.
Okay, so we need to talk to the guy. who has
Yes,
that
I will call Don
So that
Babcock.
would actually take a board action in another township to
Yes.
approve.
Yes,
that
them,
kind of thing.
yes,
And then the request for that would have to come from you, this township
yes.
to another township, and then,
That's, I'll get with Donnie Babcock again on that. I've already called him just before we come in here, but, I didn't get a return.
Okay,
yet.
so this isn't happening this year then, right?
It's
Obviously.
not gonna look like it because we're waiting now because the audit just got finished, and as soon as they send it to the state, that could be,
Who knows how long.
as
I get
soon
that,
as
and I
they
understand.
clear that, I mean, I've tried,
I
I've
know.
pushed and worked my
It's
butt
been
off.
2 years, trust me.
Exactly right.
It's like, whatever.
And so, this just come up, cause I didn't know it, cause the guy was working on, with Huntington Bank, the Meredith that we were working with, and it come up on Friday that our audit isn't in through the state, so,
Okay, well, they came through and staked our neighborhood.
Yep.
So, that was helpful.
Yep.
And gave us a good.
we were hoping it
We're
was gonna
there.
be a
We're
start
getting there.
today.
I know, woo, woo.
We tried.
And then they came in and patched our holes, the best they can patch our holes. Are they ripping up our,
I
or do
know,
they just,
I
plow
think they
over
will go over it, is
well,
how
are they
they,
gonna make it smooth?
I would
Because
hope
it's
they
like,
would
whoa, 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 whoa,
yeah, it
whoa,
should
whoa,
have a
whoa.
layer ground down, and then your base is left there, and they go over it like they did on South Grayling Road out here.
But you grind up what we have on our top, which is almost nothing right now. but-
Yes, cause I don't think it's even wide enough, I think they have to go wider with
Right,
things,
it's, yeah, they widen it up, which.
Exactly, so,
Perfect. Yeah, it's very, well, we don't know where our road ends because we hardly have a road.
right.
Um,
Did they move the sign out of the center of the road? I wanna know.
no, we're not gonna move that either, probably.
But like I said, I'm working on it, I'm not trying to pull any punches, I just.
No, we just wanna know where we are. Like I said, we got
Exactly.
very hopeful when we saw our stakes go in. We're like,
Yep,
and
cause
it's
that's what we
wider
told,
and.
Don Babcock and I have been on the phone a lot through it all, and I'm like, Don, it's gotta go this year, we gotta get it on the schedule, so they have kept their end of the bargain, and we have worked, and now we're stuck.
Okay, can can I ask another, I mean?
Yes, go ahead.
All right, so we're gonna go through another winter,
Sorry.
but they come in and they plow our road, and when I say plow our road, I mean, I'm talking literally plow our
Plow the
road.
road.
And every time the spring, we have less road because it's all in our yards, because they're plowing our road. And we asked them very nice, I mean, we called and asked them, hey, plow it when you have, I mean, we don't have a ton of activity and we can go in and out of our subdivision fine. Don't come in unless you have to. Well, that worked for maybe
And that
a
is
few
done by
weeks,
the
and then
county
it,
too.
it,
Goes straight 3 inches.
yeah, there'll be hardly anything in there, you just see the road fly away, and it's like,
And it is the road commission, yes?
yes, and then they'll drop whatever that,
Oh,
that salty, icky
Brine.
stuff,
Briny
right in the middle of
Middle.
the road, which we have huge, I mean, our cars almost disappear in the holes.
Exactly right, and then
they
it
drop them
slides
and
you
then,
everywhere.
oh, it's just, yeah, it makes it so, we just got to, don't drop anything, don't plow unless, you know, just, don't even come into our area.
Exactly right.
There's ice put sand.
So are we possibly looking at the public hearing for September or?
That's the hope, like I said, it's when the state gives it back to me is when we're free.
Okay,
And then we should have that last public hearing and be up.
and how
And
far in
good.
advance to the meeting, September, does the notice go in the newspaper? Is that a 10-day week or a week or what's the
It's
requirement
15.
there?
It's 15, so it's 2 weeks and 1 day. So
Okay.
we have to do everything in 3-week increments.
So you'd have to hear from the state 2 weeks before, at least 2
Exactly.
weeks before the
Exactly.
meeting in order to.
But
do
if
the
it,
public
and
notice.
if it comes later, so let's say we don't have the 3 weeks in there, we can actually do a special meeting for
Okay,
just that alone the following week if that, it will happen. As soon as
Okay.
I get the notification, I'll get the notifications out to you guys and
okay.
it will go in the newspaper then. So we can do a special meeting, like I said, the following week or whichever, if it goes past that.
Sorry, I'm going back to snow now, so can you tell those people now?
Yep.
Because we called
I just
them,
put it on there.
okay, we called them and tell them, don't come in unless it's super deep.
See, and you
I
guys
mean,
are
are you
lucky.
against that?
We don't get them.
I'm with you.
Which is no problem to you.
I was like,
Exactly.
And I know they wanna do a good job
They
and
do.
take care of it, and they do. It's just more than we really need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And, you know, you don't need to spend those resources on us.
you don't need,
We don't need it, we don't wanna lose any more of our road,
Exactly right.
you know, it's,
well, and,
Exactly.
and I did call too, and they said, well, it ices over and what you guys could, you know,
Right.
but I'm thinking, how fast are you going in our neighborhood? You are barely moving, how you? Okay, use your driveway. Sorry, I'm not done.
Thank you. Sorry, I am
Oh,
working on
I
it.
know,
Yeah.
but
And
just
we
a-
appreciate it.
and we do.
We-
You've
we
made
really
so
do
much
appreciate it,
progress
yes,
since
we
we
do.
gave that. We really appreciate it.
don't get me wrong, I
No.
really do appreciate it, I just, we need some help
Exactly.
because they're not listening to us.
Exactly right. No, and I will give him a call, cause I gotta call him anyway, so I will just add that to it because I don't look for it this year now. I mean, we can try, we're pushing for it, but
And
I
that's
don't know
fine.
when they will stop paving in the year, I don't know what the time frame is on.
Well, other than the cost, there's an advantage to doing it in the spring,
Exactly.
so we don't plow it
Tear-
all
yeah, I
up.
was just gonna say
through the
tear it
winter.
all
Exactly
up.
right. Good, exactly point. Any other public comment? Yes, ma'am.
Kim Helpsel, I would like to say thank you for the community picnic and the ones that did show up, and I hope next year can be a lot better and we can get more community participation and stuff. And it was a lot of good food, a lot of good times, and I think y'all should come. It's nice to get to know your neighbors, know the people in your community. And that's all we're trying to do. And the kids had a riot. They loved Duncan, Doug, and Tim in the dunk tank. They had a riot, it was fun, so that's what I wanted to say. Thank you to everybody.
Yes, ma'am.
Pat Cooper. Back in May, on May 23rd, you held a budget workshop. And during that workshop, you announced that you had discovered you made a overpayment to the pension obligation in an amount of $42,000. I would like to know what the status is of receiving that money back. Have we gotten it back?
No,
Who on the board is responsible for following up on that?
that is me.
Okay, what's the holdup?
I've been busy.
It's $42,000.
I understand that, and Planet Moran has also wrote to them, and we've contacted them, it's just a slow process, I'm waiting for the response back. I try everything.
Okay, when,
We're still
do
working
you
on
know when you contacted them?
It was before the May 23rd that you said.
Well, maybe it's due for a follow-up.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Hi. Hello, everybody. I'm Ryan Swope. I'm proud to be your sheriff. And I try and make it a point to get to at least one township meeting every year, two if I can. So just to report for Beaver Creek, in 2024, I know that somehow we've already made it halfway through 2025. But you guys were our third highest call volume, including the city of Grayling. So, you know, the townships and the city of Grayling. Total, the Crawford County Sheriff's Office handled 7,283 complaints. And of that 7,283, 877 was handled here in Beaver Creek Township. So, just a little insight on where you guys are at. Like I said, you were number 3. Number 1 would be Grayling Township, followed by the city of Grayling, then followed by Beaver Creek. To give you just a synopsis of some of the most popular calls that we handled down here were traffic stops, which 75 is going to affect that. Traffic accidents, 75 as well, but also we have like Federal Highway. I'm sorry, Fletcher and Military is always a real bad spot for us, and some other areas that we have issues with. And family, neighbor problems, and suspicious situations. So that report for Beaver Creek and the rest of the county is on our website. You're more welcome to look at that if you'd like. And just kind of a brief synopsis of the Sheriff's Office and where we're at right now. We just are sponsoring 2 people through Kirtland's Academy, both locals. Erin Prosser, veteran from the Air Force, she's going through, and Josh Warren, a young guy that just graduated from high school, from Vernon High School. So, Sheriff's Office at the jail side, we have an opening in corrections, part-time. So if you know anybody looking for part-time corrections work, that's open through the end of the week. You can apply for that. And there is a motorcycle ride going through the outskirts of your township this weekend on Saturday. Leaves Roscommon at noon. It's going to come through Federal Highway and Military Road and then heading up into Grayling Township. So, like I said, just try and make it a point to get here, say hi, check in, let everybody know what we're doing and how we're doing. And I'd be happy to take any questions from the board.
Anybody have questions? Good job.
All right. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you. What you do. Anyone else? Yes, sir.
Yes, Doug Bourgeois, resident of Beaver Creek. First of all, I'd like to say, I'm here, I've been coming to these meetings now, I've made 95% of the meetings for 9 years. So I see what goes on, and you guys are doing a great job. Your clerks, everyone's doing a great job. Your deputies, just thank you so much for all the effort I see daily from you. If you'd like to know about any of the board meetings that did happen, go on our website and they're all there. So I can say this, there was about 4 years there where those meetings got changed after they happened, illegally, mind you. So they might not be exactly what went on, but you should get a basic idea of when the conversation about Fox Run hit the bench, so to speak, and what was being done, and who dropped the ball. I did have a question, if you're answering questions, was talking about the fund that was just mentioned. Where did that error occur at? How far back did that fund get overpaid?
24.
24. And you are not in office in 24?
No.
I see. Okay. I forgot, I'm sitting over in that chair. If you look out there, you'll see that new tanker we got from, not new, new use, from South Branch. And it's a wonderful machine. We put a little extra work into it because our department runs a little different than theirs, which runs different than any other department, so that's all. And then the last thing I'd like to address the board is there anything that can be done about these people who get online and spout garbage and lies about the employees here at this Beaver Creek Township? Whether it be the firefighters, whether it be the board, or anything like that, can you be legal against this or anything, because it's just, it's bad.
He just dropped his head, it's all he can do.
The sheriff's like.
I'm on the receiving end of that.
I was saying,
Well,
anybody can go online.
We do have
and
an
say
attorney,
anything
so
anybody
is there
wants
anything
about
can be
it.
done? Because I got hardworking firefighters over there taking crap from people out there that they shouldn't be.
Yeah, they're amazing. I appreciate you guys a lot.
Thank you for your
Yeah.
time.
Yes.
Yeah, I also forgot in my report, we did take care of the garbage on, Military and 7 Mile that somebody left us, and we did get a name on it, and we did get with the sheriff department, and we're working together to get it taken care of.
That was a whole truckload.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it was
that's
9
nice.
bags of garbage.
And we found 5 different mailing things that were in there in the same name, but all different addresses.
From Detroit to Gaylord down here.
And I thank you guys for going over there yesterday morning in the hot
Addressing them.
snow. Appreciated it. Board member comments, Steve?
I have nothing.
I'm good. She's just right.
I already wrote no on my name.
So, audit. July 29th, Jill and I had a Zoom call, again, with the 2 treasurers, out of Treasury. Again, Planet Moran. There's 3 of them on from Planet Moran, and Jill and I. We were finishing up the audit. The state treasury wanted the update on it. We just finished it. It's gotta go to the state now. So we're in compliance now, finally. And so they won't take away our state share that they have threatened. But, on this is, when we were on the phone call with them, Treasury has a service that they can help us pay for all of the back accounting and auditors, the accountants and the auditors. So what it is a grant that, we have to send in the bills to them after the invoices, and then they reimbursed us back for that. And they asked Planet Moran to give them a quote for the year ahead, because this is the short year audit, but it still has to be done by the end of December, and the F-65 has to be done. So Planet Moran has sent, a summary, and I think I put it all in all your packets. They're requesting $25,400 to do the 12-month audit, and the F-65 that goes to the state as well, that is late at the moment. So this is all part of that grant, and we did get it granted. I had to go in on Friday, and it took me all day Friday to try to get in there because they kept sending me the wrong password. So when I didn't get in there until on the phone with a guy on Monday, so I have that set up and everything's ready to go. So what we will do is the old bills that we have already paid will get uploaded into that, and then this will go into for this 25 fiscal year. So it's all in with that.
And then when they get that F-65 done, we will get money for that. That's one thing that we are not getting paid for.
Exactly, because with the state share
Yeah.
comes from the audit side of it, and they give us an extension, they kept giving us extension, and that's why we were having the Zoom calls with them every 6 weeks. So that has through, they did not stop the state share, but the other revenue is on hold until the F-65 is in done. So that's where we're at, we're still working with Planet Moran now, moving forward for this fiscal year. So, that's where I'm at. We got the grant, so that's a beautiful thing, because we've got, I'm pretty sure, close to 40,000 into it last year, don't we? And now, this year's is already, 25.4, so I'm grateful that we got that grant.
Good work on it.
It's been everything I've touched, it's just non-stop. So, picnic was great, and I wanna thank the fire department. I heard more giggles out of little girls in the side-by-side than I did on anything. Well, then they were spraying the hose out there, and we had a guy that come in, what is his
Kurt
name?
Nitschke.
Kurt Nixke, and he come in and he volunteered, he worked for that day, but he was over here with the little girls and spraying the hose, cause I think the little boy was scared of it. So, they got to spray the fire hose. Well, when, he handed it to my little cousin, she turned around and was spraying him. I mean, wouldn't that be the right thing to do? So the guy goes running around the back of the truck and was trying to hide from these two little girls, but the giggles were just priceless. And he had he was so great with them kids, even in the dunk tank we were even, so the little kids had a ball with that, and I appreciate the fire department for all their time and effort into that. And again, we got a year for the next one, so we'll get some more planning, because this one, we've been just like crazy busy with box run stuff. Renewable energy and writing the zoning, I mean, it's in the audit, and it's just been busy, but things seem to be catching up and sliding, and I think we're finally got a hold on it all, so. I'm sorry, be patient with me, I'm trying, I'm hoping next month I can do that public hearing and be done with it, so bear with me, yeah, this was totally blindsided with it, cause we had already contacted Huntington and everything, so it is another hiccup, but.
Bring that stinks into the good idea.
There you go. So, I got nothing else? Can I hear a motion to adjourn?
Motion to adjourn.
Motion by